County Sheriff says there wasn't much evidence left at the scene where that SUV plunged off a cliff, falling 100 feet down to the sea.
It was a very confusing scene because there were no skid marks. There were no brake marks.
In fact, Sheriff Tom Allman says they still don't know who was driving at the time of that incident. Claims that it was an intentional crash are being disputed by friends of the family, although there have been investigations going on at the family's home in which police were seen removing evidence, including several computers. China's now retaliating for President Trump's recent harsh tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. Starting today, over 120 American products are facing tariffs when they're exported to China. The NCAA men's basketball tournament finals tonight as Villanova takes on Michigan. And this is USA Radio News.
The following update is for drivers who pay too much for car insurance due to DUIs, DWIs, tickets, or anything else. Our company specializes in low-cost SR22 auto insurance. We know that mistakes happen and offer free quotes for very affordable auto insurance meant specifically for you, the overpaying high-risk driver. The quote is free, and we'll handle the filing so you can start saving money. Call 800-758-0725. 800-758-0725. 800-758-0725.
No injuries or damage when a Chinese space station tumbles out of orbit. The Chinese space station fell out of control back in 2016. For the past several weeks, there were predictions that it could re-enter the atmosphere and that pieces could end up landing on the planet, including in a zone across the United States. In fact, no such thing happened, though, according to scientists monitoring the craft in China. They say most of it did burn up on re-entry, and any pieces that did make it through landed safely in the South Pacific Ocean. The latest FBI statistics on the crime of tech support fraud showing a dramatic increase. John Clemens has details.
The Internet Crime Complaint Center received about 11,000 reports related to tech support fraud with losses of nearly $15 million. That's an 86% increase from the last report. Sean Tuma is a cybersecurity and a data privacy attorney.
Criminals can steal money by sitting in a remote location behind a keyboard and prey upon people who will never see them, never come in contact with them. It cuts down their risk. It also increases the volume of people they can commit fraud against.
I'm John Clemens.
And back to space news, as a mission to resupply the International Space Station is set to blast off from Cape Canaveral in Florida this afternoon. The scheduled launch of a Falcon 9 rocket set for 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Weather permitting, and it looks like the weather will permit. And for USA Radio News,
the thoughts and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program's participants and do not necessarily represent those of station staff, management, and advertisers.
Attention business owners. You will have wished you met her sooner when you realize you've been missing the #1 business solution to grow your business, the copywriter to know. Ivy Brooks wants to introduce you to the power that words have over your intended market. No matter the situation, writing is the key to delivering your message with accuracy and achieving the reaction you want. Ivy combines her copywriting skills with her vast knowledge of today's modern marketing successes and her business coaching. For more information, call Ivy today at 702-712-1712 or visit her website at thecopywritertoknow.com. Why not put your best words forward?
It's that time. It's time for Aaron's Hour.
Aaron's Hour.
60 minutes of information, inspiration, motivation, and fun. If you're looking to talk politics or religion, this show's not for you. Aaron's Hour.
Aaron's Hour.
Conversations with the opinion makers, movers and shakers, risk takers, and your phone calls at 702-221-7283. That's 702-221-SAVE. Aaron's Hour.
Aaron's Hour.
Hosted by longtime Las Vegas broadcaster, author, and motivational speaker Aaron Phillips. In seminars across the country, he's inspired and motivated thousands. Now he's going to inspire and motivate you, and he'll do it with passion, style, and his trademark sense of humor. Now, here is the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Good morning, everybody. April 2nd, first day of the second quarter of 2018. I hope you all had a great Easter yesterday. If those of you celebrating Passover, may the matzah pass by very easily after 8 days, as I'm in the midst of doing. Beautiful day here in Las Vegas. It's going to be low 80s today. Sorry, everybody back on the East Coast who's getting snow. My Yankees home opener was, yes, snowed out against the Tampa Bay Rays today. They're going to play it tomorrow at 4:30 if they can get the field uncovered. My name is Aaron Phillips. Welcome to Aaron's Hour here on KSHP.com at KSHP 1400 AM. And now there's a link up on my website, AaronPhillipsVoice.com. Right on the homepage, look for the K-Shop logo, and I've got the feed right there as well. And those of you watching on Facebook, good morning to you all out there. Beautiful Monday. I'm so stoked, Danny. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good.
How's your tooth?
It's
still in?
I don't. Yeah. Well, kind of. I don't even want to get into it. But
okay.
Yeah, I got to go back and have something fixed.
No.
I'm not in pain, though.
Okay, well, that's good. Because last week, if you want to remember, Danny was as high as a kite because of his tooth abscess and everything. But that's good. So did you manage to celebrate Easter okay, given your tooth situation?
Yeah, my kids are like at a weird age now. It's like 11 and 13, so they're not into like the Easter bunny or Easter egg hunts. And that's all the fun stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They still want stuff on Easter. So,
I noticed a big trend on TV this year advertising for Easter because now I guess with Toys R Us going out of business and everything, I never really associated Easter baskets with games and toys being part of the basket.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
Did you see this year, right?
Until I got married, yeah.
Crazy. I mean,
my mom just filled us up with chocolate.
Right.
I got a basket with chocolate and hard-boiled eggs.
There you go.
And then my wife, I meet her, and we have kids, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to go get a bunch of chocolate. She's like, no, they have to have presents. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I just figured it was a push because Toys R Us is going out of business. But, yeah, toys and games, I never remembered that being part of Easter.
I don't like it.
So, yeah, listen, I don't celebrate Easter, but, I can imagine now with the size of Easter baskets now have to be this big instead of the small size. But crazy stuff I saw. But you know what? Whatever it is that helps you celebrate, hope you all had a good day. And, of course, Passover. I'll tell you, if you've never had matzah, I encourage you to do so. If you ever want to start a diet, this is a good time to do it. You can't have bread.
Yeah.
Matzah is simply made out of flour and water. It's a cracker, basically. So there's really no calories in it. While I was away, and I'll get to that in a second, I was back east, came back yesterday visiting family. My wife went out and bought a box of gluten-free matzah. Now, usually matzah comes in 5 1-pound boxes.
Right.
In a big package, right? And to buy 5 pounds worth is probably for the whole thing maybe, I don't know, $10, $12 for 5 pounds.
Okay.
My wife found a box of gluten-free matzah. Now, how gluten-free can you get when matzah is just made out of flour and water to begin with?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So I guess this is made with something different than the flour. So she tells me, she says, I bought a box. I asked her on my way back, did you buy a box of matzah? She says, yeah, I bought 1 box of gluten-free. And then she replies back, she says, it cost me $10. This is while I'm sitting in Newark Airport ready to come home. Okay. I replied back, I said, is there oil and gold in that matzah box for $10? Listen, the one thing I dislike about this holiday as a Jew is the cost for celebrating the holiday.
Sure.
Because for those who don't know, look it up online, Passover rituals, but you're not eating all your regular foods. You have to buy foods prepared specific to the holiday.
Right.
And I remember this one year, my wife went out. This is while we were here in Vegas, maybe 10, 15 years ago. She went out to the supermarket, bought a pot roast, right?
Okay.
In the butcher cab, about this big, nice size one for like $50. We're like, all right, this is gonna be good, right? She cooks it. The thing comes out the size of a tennis ball for $50. I'm like, there's no way, no way. So the cost of how we have to celebrate Passover is just getting way out of hand. But to those who are, God bless you. I haven't tried the gluten-free matzah. That's on my schedule today when I get home. Anyway, hey, while I was away, I did see this in the news, and again, I have to tip my cap to the Golden Knights. They did something this past weekend, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Of course, those of you who may not know, and if you don't know, come out of your cave and get out from under your rock. But October 1st, of course, was a bad day here in Vegas with the mass shooting. With the concert. The Knights, when they had their home opener right after the shooting, they did a great job honoring the first responders and those who were there, and et cetera. But the magic number was 58. 58 people perished and lost their life as a result of that event. The Knights retired the jersey number 58 in honor of all those who lost their lives. Now,
that's a beautiful tribute.
I'll tell you, I'm getting goosebumps. That number will never be worn by anybody as part of the Knights, and I think it's a great, great honor to give to those who perished, those innocent lives that perished in that terrible incident.
Absolutely.
So, again, I tip my cap to the Knights And the things that they were, people don't understand. When I was back east, people were talking about sports in Vegas with me, family. And I told, we came upon the Knights, and I said to them, people don't realize how important the Knights were to Las Vegas at that time.
Yeah, we needed it at that time.
It lifted this city up out of, I'm here 21 years, and I had never seen this city be so down and desolate and really woeful, following that event. But the Knights just picked up the city and put them on their backs, the winning and all the records this year for an inaugural team. And
I think the team knew that, too. And I think they knew that, and it motivated them through the season.
Absolutely.
I mean, we do have an amazing team, but I feel like what happened in October really charged them and got them.
Gave them an identity, more of an identity with the city than they would have already had because of Vegas. But to be able to tie them to that event and what they've done to honor those has been crazy. So again, good job, Knights. And how
about that Carlson goal? Did you see that?
I saw it on
Between
ESPN.
the legs. Oh my gosh!
And people don't realize how that. I think people realize that captured the Pacific Division, whatever division they're in, right?
Yeah.
So that was a great goal. I mean, that's icing on the cake when you get a game winner or division-winning goal in that fashion.
That goal is going to get played over and over again for years.
I hope so.
It was unbelievable.
Anyway, some other news and notes. I was in Philadelphia last week. I left here Tuesday. My daughter is one of the audio techs for School of Rock. School of Rock right now just landed and settled in Buffalo. It's up in Buffalo for the next week. So if you are within my radio voice up in Buffalo, go see it. She runs the board or she's behind the scenes, and I'll tell you, it was a great show. I saw it twice. I saw it in front of the house like any patron would, and then the soundboard for the show is at the back of the house.
Okay.
So my daughter Thursday night had me with her watching it from the soundboard.
Oh, wow.
And it was just kind of watching her move all the buttons and the sound and similar to what you do.
Yeah.
But think of a board that's about 10 times your size. It was amazing.
Wow.
It was absolutely amazing. Some great pictures, a great time to spend with my daughter. She's now off to Buffalo for a week and then 2 weeks in Detroit before she wraps up working on that show, and she's going to move on to Rent. She's going to work the Rent, including an international trip. She's going to go to China and Japan as part of that.
Wow.
How cool is that? I told her to send back some good egg rolls.
Yes.
I don't know how that went over. But so from there, I went up to New Jersey, surprised my nieces. My sister met me at the airport. I got there Friday. I hadn't been on a train in I can't tell you how long, up from Philly to Jersey. And I took that ride. It was a great ride. It went by fast because I was actually, here's the funny part, I was messaging with Ivy. Ivy Brooks, by the way, the copywriter who you heard her spot at the top of the show, is here in studio with me. She's my brand ambassador. She's the one that's helping me create Aaron Phillips and all this other stuff as a brand. So she's here observing. Maybe we'll get her say hello on the mic in the next segment. But I was actually messaging with Ivy on some business while I'm on the train. It's like, no downtime. Like I was working with you. I took my laptop with me because I knew I had to take care of some business, and business doesn't stop you when you're electronic.
Right.
That's for sure. But anyway, I get up there. I surprised my sister's nieces. My sister picked me up from Metro Park in Island, pulled up to the house, just jumped out of the car, and the video is posted on my page if you want to see it. But then the surprises were not done. Okay, I'm a hard guy to surprise. My wife and kids will tell you I'm a hard guy to keep secrets from. I will sniff out every clue. I will look at everything anybody says with twisted eye and say, that doesn't sound right. Stacy, who I affectionately call Radar because she was my eyes in the sky when I was calling football games, she went down to Miami over the weekend to catch up with some friends. She saw opening day, the Marlins and the Cubs down to Miami. So she left there Friday with a story that she had to work over the weekend. She's a residence hall director for Old Dominion, that she was on duty, which she was.
Right.
But she managed to get it switched. And about 9:15 Eastern time, while we're in the middle of the Seder, which is the Passover first major meal to start the holiday, my daughter walks into my sister's house.
Oh, boy.
I was and that video is posted too, and
didn't see it coming.
No, not even close.
That's
awesome. She came in. I mean, I cried. I cried when I said goodbye to my daughter in Philly when I jumped in the Uber to get to the train station, and when my other daughter Stacy showed my other daughter, who's the sound. Her name is Alyssa, by the way. I got to give him full time. Stacy's 2 minutes older. They are fraternal twins. Okay. And my nieces were sitting next to me. They didn't have a clue my daughter was coming in. And she walks in the house. I didn't even hear the door open because I was talking with somebody. The video shows that. My nieces jump up and yell her name, Stacy, and I'm just still sitting there having my conversation. It didn't even hit me until she turned, because I was sitting in a seat that was kind of like behind the dining room wall, and I really couldn't see the front door.
Right.
My nieces are jumping up and down, and until my daughter walked around the wall and I saw her face, did it hit me that my daughter was there. I could not believe what I was seeing. And I hate my wife now. I hate my sister. I hate my dad even knew. Everybody knew but me, and they kept it from me. But those are good secrets to keep, and I love you all for pulling it off. And to see my daughters on the same week, and I wish we were all together. Didn't happen, but it was a great week. It was a great week. But by the way, Philadelphia is a crazy town.
Yeah.
It makes New York City almost look like a playground. Can't drive.
Oh, wow.
Bikers take their life in hands because the lanes are about yay big. Remember, It's an old city.
Yeah.
My God, it was crazy. I was originally going to get a car to drive up to Jersey. My daughter said, for $50 a night just to leave it in the hotel, you're not really going to use it anyway. Don't bother with it. I said, we Ubered everywhere. My daughter, I give her credit. She doesn't drive because of the theater and life she does. She lives on Uber. She can call an Uber like that. I'll tell you, I couldn't live that way. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Anyway, we're behind on our first break. You're listening to Aaron's Hour here on KSHP 1400 AM. Aaron Phillips, voice.com. I'm Aaron Phillips. On the other side, I got weird news lined up. I found a couple of stories we'll share. We'll be back right after this.
Do you wake up every day with little aches and pains? Or worse yet, were you injured in a car accident? Were you injured just getting out of bed? If you said yes to any of the above, then you need to call Doctors Danielle Buddha and Jody Altman from the Centennial Wellness Center. Located in the Northwest Centennial Hills area, Dr. Buddha and Dr. Altman make sure that every treatment provided is tailored to your specific aches and pains. The entire staff is dedicated to making sure that the finest chiropractic care is given to each and every patient. Call 702-458-2225 to schedule your free consultation. Centennial Wellness Center, 702-458-2225.
Have you recently looked outside your home at your landscaping and thought, it's almost that time of year to start cleaning up? But then reality hits you and you realize that you just don't have the time you want to work on it. Thankfully, there's a solution. Martinez Lawn Service is ready to help. Serving the Las Vegas Valley for over 15 years, Martinez Lawn Service can help you design, build, and maintain your functional landscape. From simple yard cleanup, trimming, and sprinkler repair to designing desert and water-smart landscapes for you to enjoy and entertain guests. So what are you waiting for? Visit them on their website at martinez-lawn-service.com or call them in their office today at 702-373-0643 for a free estimate to see your vision come to life. Call 702-373-0643. Martinez Lawn Service, over 15 years of service and experience. Call today, 702-373-0643. Do you know someone who's been recently injured in a vehicle accident, by a product defect, slip and fall, or know a family member who's lost a loved one by wrongful death? If so, you'll need an experienced attorney to handle your case. Call Bradley Belisario at Belisario Law today to schedule a free consultation to review your case. Bradley provides specialized service by getting to know his clients on a personal level. In most cases, no fees are due until you win. In the case of a lawsuit, client may be responsible for opposing parties' attorney fees. Bradley Belisario has 2 convenient locations, with one in North Las Vegas and the other in Summerlin. Call today for your free consultation at 702-936-4800. That's 702-936-4800. Or visit us on the web at belisariolaw.com. Hurt badly? Call Bradley.
Hey, welcome back, y'all. A couple of quick announcements I want to make before I go into weird news. Help end domestic violence and financial abuse. Did you know 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence in her lifetime? Chances are it's happening to someone you know. Hey, from April 1st through April 30th, you can donate much-needed supplies to Safe Nest. My good friend Sam Peters from Peters Family Insurance is taking donations. You can stop by 1945 Village Center Circle, Suite 150 to donate, 702-360-8564. And this is in conjunction with Purple Purse, which is the Allstate Foundation. Health Matters, Saturday, December 21st at the Doolittle Community Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can get down there. It's presented by the G. Alex Foundation. It's a free event. Get down there for health screenings, activities, all sorts of good stuff. Plus, vendors and businesses will be down there. For more information, you call 702-205-3729. That's Health Matters. You deserve to be healthy. Saturday, April 21st from 10 a.m. to 2. Okay, so I'm going to lead off with a story in weird news that I saved from last week. we hear stories about people taking their emotional support animals on planes, and I have to say this. I flew United yesterday, and I had no problems. It was a great flight, on time, even got back a little early. But unfortunately, United Airlines has had some issues with service dogs. A, they lost one, put it on the wrong plane, and ended up somewhere else. And B, unfortunately, one lost their life because they were put in the stowage. They were put in the overhead rack for something really crazy. Okay. So ironically, not too long ago, United States employees at Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey recently told the passenger, you ready for this, that her emotional support, Peacock, yes, I did say Peacock, wouldn't be able to accompany her on the flight. First of all, I would think NBC will be a little unhappy that their Peacock is missing, okay? But it may sound bizarre to bring a peacock on the plane, but give the woman credit for persistence. She reportedly tried several times to get the bird on board and even offered to buy a separate ticket for it, but airline employees nixed every request. The animal did not meet their guidelines for a number of reasons, including to its weight and size. Okay, so what would be the strangest animal you would think? I mean, to me, I thought this was out there.
Sure.
Dogs, cats, whatever.
Yeah.
But a peacock?
I've seen
an emotional support. Pigs?
I've seen pigs before, yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't understand how pugs can be therapy dogs, but they apparently they are. I'm never going to judge somebody on their therapy dog. Like, everyone, it could be something that you can't see, on the outside. They could need some sort of emotional support, and
Sure.
I get it. But a peacock, wow.
Yeah.
She should have got a trench coat and rode the peacock in. Like they were just a really
tall
person.
I like it.
Yes. Got him right in.
Yes, like Charlotte Flair would come in with her big robe on. Yes, I like it. I like it, Danny. That's why you and I get along, because we think weird. I love it. Okay, for those of you who like cashews, which I do, because I actually eat them now as part of my protein.
They're really good for you too, right? Like they're really high up there on the healthy nut.
Yes, they are, especially to get
scale.
the unsalted ones.
Yeah.
If you get it, just plain, there's great protein in it and things like that. So not that you should eat a whole bag or a can.
Sure.
Like everything, it's monitored and size-wise. But yes, cashews are very good for you. But this lady in Ravenna, Ohio, not too long ago, okay, she reached into her bag of cashews. And the headline of the story reads as follows: "It's enough to make anyone go nuts, finding a bloody tooth in a bag of cashews." Wow. Now, what story does that remind you of?
The chili.
Yes, the thumb in Wendy's chili.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what a woman in Ravenna, Ohio claimed happened one night last month while she was munching cashews as she drove in her car with her mom. I will not mention her name, said she suddenly felt something hard in her mouth. Don't reply to anything there. That's a whole nother show on a whole different network, okay? She said she picked out the hard piece and gave it to her mother, who turned on the interior light to examine it. The two were shocked to see what appeared to be a human tooth.
Oh, boy.
She got upset. She was crying. She threw up a couple of times, and hospital confirmed that the object was indeed a human tooth.
Oh, boy.
Okay? So
lifetime supply. Not that you'd want them after that.
No. Here's the funny part. She reached out numerous times to Kraft Heinz, who owns Planters, who was the manufacturer of the cashews. They market this brand of Botsford's cashews. I guess that's the actual label brand. The company finally responded to her queries and sent a courier to pick up the tooth.
Oh. That's nice, but not drop anything else off, like a check.
Yeah, exactly. They were investigating suppliers and the manufacturing process.
I'll say this about Planters. So years ago, I'm a big pistachio guy.
Yes.
And not to gross everyone out, I think breakfast is over, but the pistachios occasionally will get those dried worms in there. And I had there were a couple in our pistachio bag, and I contacted them, and they sent me vouchers for.
Really?
Yeah, they sent me like $20 worth of Planters vouchers. So that was nice of them, but nobody came and got
responded.
no one came and picked up the worms.
Just put them in the bottle of your tequila in the bottom of the bottle there. Speaking of which, I rarely do this. I'm very sympathetic to service workers.
Yeah.
And I love to give them high praise, over tip them, the whole thing. But yesterday, while I was waiting for my flight to leave Newark, I stopped in one of the restaurants there, and I will not name the restaurant, but all I did was I ordered a plain bagel with a little lox on it, a little smoked salmon.
Yeah.
And for lunch, I got up. Yes, I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't eat at my sister's house. But at that time, before I get on the plane, 2 hours later, I needed something to eat. So I just ordered a bagel with some lox and a little cream cheese. And I'm sitting there. Excuse me. I'm sitting there, and like a half hour goes by. So I asked my server, I said, why is a bagel, which should already be cooked, lox that should already be sliced and prepared in the sizes you need, and cream cheese that you just scoop out of the tub taking 30 minutes?
Oh, boy.
So she comes back over. Now, the chef is right there at the end of the bar counter where I was sitting, right? And she and her were talking, but no one came back to me. Here's the story. The chef didn't like the smell of the lox. Okay, I give her credit. They sent somebody from the restaurant to another restaurant in the airport to try to find more and fresh lox.
Okay.
But do you think they would tell me this?
Nope.
How does a restaurant run out of lox? How do they not tell me 30 to 35 minutes later?
Sure.
All right. So I went onto the website, because I had to pay by credit card, went onto the website, gave them a bad review, and I told them what was going on. I asked for a refund. I'll just go to another restaurant. And the manager comes out, and he was willing to make me everything under the sun and sorry and apologize. And I told him, I'm sitting here 30, 35 minutes.
Sure.
No one tells me what's going on.
Right.
So I sent information up to the corporate office about what happened. I'm waiting to see if I get a response.
Fingers crossed. It was nice that the manager actually went out of his way like that.
He did. And
a
he
lot
asked,
of them don't even do that
No,
anymore.
they don't. No, he asked me, he says, what did you come in for originally? I said, I just wanted bacon and eggs because they only cook eggs up to like 11 a.m. before they go into the lunch menu. I said, and so I figured a bagel and some lox that should already be prepared would be in and out in 5. I'll give you 10 minutes, figuring, right? He says, no, I'll make you the bagels. I'll make you the eggs and bacon right now. It's not. I said, no, I'm done. Just give me my refund. And in Newark Airport, you want to know how much a bagel and lox? I had nothing to drink other than water.
Oh, like $12. More.
Including tip, it was $22.
Oh, my gosh.
I said, is there gold in that there lox?
Yeah.
So they refunded me everything back, and I went off to another restaurant and found bacon and eggs in another restaurant.
For $22.
No, that eggs and bacon was only with tip was about $15.
Okay.
So, and that was in an Italian restaurant, ironically. That was still serving breakfast. All right. Last story, weird news. Can I have the keyboard? Because this is important.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know, and this is important to me, and you're joining my hairline club, did you know that certain ingredients found in McDonald's French fries can actually be a treatment for baldness?
Oh, yeah. That explains a lot.
Okay? If you eat the fries, you could get it. However, Japanese researcher behind a new study that links an ingredient found in McDonald's French fries with a treatment for baldness admits eating the fries will have no effect whatsoever. Can we all get a collective duh out of this? Right. Come on now. Currently, the most existing lab techniques create only about 50 germs at once. Here's the name of it. You ready for this? Professor Junji Fukada of Japan's Yokohama National University said his team was able to, quote, mass prepare thousands of hair follicle germs in a form of silicone called dimethylpolysiloxane. That's a good Scrabble word. The researchers were able to transplant the culture follicles onto mice and see further hair growth. But yet McDonald's uses this same thing as an anti-foaming agent in its frying oil for French fries, chicken McNuggets, and filet-o-fish sandwiches. So, folks, don't go to McDonald's and ask for a quart of the oil and try rubbing it on your head when you get home. It doesn't work. Trust me.
Nope.
So, another reason to get off fast food because McDonald's fries just ain't going to cut it, right? With that, I think I'm going to end this segment of Weird News and head on out to our bottom of the hour break. I can't beat McDonald's French fries correcting baldness. Can you?
Nope.
Anybody? Really?
Nope.
You're listening to Aaron's Hour here in KSHP 1400 AM, AaronPhillipsVoice.com. Subscribe to my website. Get a free copy of my free ebook, How to Be Liked in 5 Minutes and Hone Your Magnetic Personality, from me for free. We'll be back right after this.
To drop off or pick up a package across town, but you don't have time? Did you leave an item in an Uber or friend's house and need it back ASAP? You name it, and we can pick it up and deliver it to any destination in the Las Vegas or Henderson area the same day. Express services are also available. Rates as low as $12. Visit blazingcouriers.com or call 877-371-9817 or text 702-429-7418. That's blazingcouriers.com.
Attention business owners. You will have wished you met her sooner when you realize you've been missing the #1 business solution to grow your business. The copywriter to know. Ivy Brooks wants to introduce you to the power that words have over your intended market. No matter the situation, writing is the key to delivering your message with accuracy and achieving the reaction you want. Ivy combines her copywriting skills with her vast knowledge of today's modern marketing successes and her business coaching. For more information, call Ivy today at 702-712-1712 or visit her website at thecopywritertoknow.com. Why not put your best words forward?
Securities offered by personal financial representatives through Allstate Financial Services, LLC, 2920 South 84th Street, Lincoln, Nebraska. LSA Securities in Louisiana and Pennsylvania. Registered broker-dealer, member FINRA SIPC. Hey, Candace. How's life as a pastry chef?
Oh, I'm swimming in chocolate souffles.
So, what's your plan for retirement? What's your recipe for that?
Retirement? Oh, that's years away.
But the more you save early on, the better off you can be. And did you know that women actually need to save more for retirement than men?
Really? So, how do I get things going?
Just talk with an Allstate agent and get expert guidance. They can answer your questions and build you a complimentary financial plan, whether you're starting from scratch or not.
Oh, that's another batch. Grab a spoon.
It's good to be in good hands.
Get to work on your retirement. Talk to Las Vegas Allstate agent Sam Peters today, or stop by his office at 1945 Village Center Circle, Suite 150.
My name is Rick Flatt. No, it's not Rick Flatt. Aaron Phillips. Welcome back to Aaron's Hour. Continuation of my story. Sitting next to me, for those of you watching on Facebook and listening at home, my right, your left on the speaker, is Ivy Brooks, the copywriter in the know. My brand ambassador, all around good egg, knows her stuff. There's never a word that she's afraid to use, this woman.
Awesome.
She revamped my LinkedIn page, helped create my Facebook Aaron Phillips voice page. What else have you done for me? Everything, pretty much. Website. My entire website is hers. She developed it for me. We're working on some other projects. Ultimately, my goal is to write a book of all my exploits and experiences. And we met on LinkedIn. We just connected on LinkedIn. And say hi, everybody. This is Ivy.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you got to speak louder now. The world's got to hear you.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. There you go. Thank you for joining. She just came in today. I invited her to come in to sit into the world of what I do behind the mic. Not that she doesn't have an idea, because we've become fast friends really since when we first met. What, December? At my old office. I know, it seems like years, hasn't it? So now she's in studio. I invited her a couple of times. I said, just whenever you come down, just come down. Let me know you're on your way. She does have a young son, and make sure that he's taken care of before she can get freed up. And last night I get home, she says, I'm coming to the studio tomorrow. So, okay, come down. Not a worry, but be prepared. I may throw you on the mic whether you want to be on it or not. So, well, thank you for coming down. It's so cool to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And to actually see what I do in studio instead of just hearing my voice.
It's really cool.
So they've heard your commercial, and I've actually talked about you a few times on the shows. Real quickly, just give everybody what you do. I don't want to just say you're just a copywriter, because you really aren't. And that's why I've dubbed her my brand ambassador, because she really does a lot for me to help build and put my brand out there. And so just share a little bit about what you do as the copywriter in the know.
Okay, so my business, The Copywriter to Know, as a copywriter, your product is basically writing, and that can be operational or, marketing. So there's a lot involved with that. Basically, I write with a purpose in mind. So every word I choose, the way I construct my sentences, it all very much matters. And every copywriter has skills that overlap. So, I have a lot of online marketing.
Talk about the program you just put together that you're getting out there now. Your ebook, the financial planning, and all that. So talk about the new projects.
Okay, so I do a lot of things that I've never done before just to learn, and I developed a couple courses on Udemy.com. That's my favorite learning platform, udemy.com, and my 2 courses are available free. If you go to thecopywritertoknow.com, sign up for my email list, and you'll get the access codes right away. The 2 courses available are the 5-week brand transformation. So if you own your own business, or even if you're a multi-level marketer or brand representative.
Even if you're just selling yourself is a brand.
Yep. Very valuable exercises. I deliver it in a multimedia way, so videos, printables, homework, reading material.
I've been ordered by her. I have to take the classes.
Okay.
I brought you the material.
Oh, she even brought it with her.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Now, that's a good teacher.
Put you to work. The other one is a 5-week personal finance transformation, because that's such an important reminder, even if you know the finance basics already. But, so.
No, it's good. So they're all available through your website, right? And again, give them the website.
www.thecopywritertoknow.com.
And I got to encourage everybody listening and watching or whatever, Do it. Just worst case scenario, just check out our website and see all the information on what Ivy could do. I would say this woman, but that sounded prejudicial. With this person, my good friend Ivy, my brand ambassador, my good friend, who has, I don't even publish a word myself. Rarely do I. Until I send her a copy. So what do you think of this? Before I even put it on my blog or whatever. And I'll tell you, Ivy knows her stuff. So if you're looking for support to brand, to do standard operating procedure books, you want to write a book, all that stuff, Ivy is definitely the one to get in touch with. So, but yeah, thanks for coming in today. I'm glad you came in.
Thanks.
And you sound good on the radio too, by the way.
We'll see.
Should get a show.
You should get a show and teach all this stuff on the air.
Teach everybody how to use their yours correctly.
Yours and theirs, right? All right. So while Ivy is here, because you know what, she is actually since we met, she has journeyed with me through the last couple of months of my health transition, which is what I call it. I don't want to say getting healthy, but my health transition. I had an epiphany. Those who saw it may not have seen my post this morning. When I went away last week, I stepped on the scale before I left at about 236. And I was really concerned because my daughter's schedule with the show, the shows don't end till like about 10:15 p.m. And then she doesn't eat till afterwards and they go out and, you know, so I'm trying to help her eat better at 11 o'clock at night. Right. You know, I mean, how you can do that. I worked out I got there Wednesday morning. I went to the gym at the hotel. I did more or less some CrossFit stuff. Wednesday and Thursday before I left, we walked all over Philadelphia. So I didn't work out at all in the gym because I got a ton because you're walking everywhere in that city. Yeah. Went up to my sister's, and I really didn't do much exercise per se up there, but I watched what I ate as best as I could. I stepped on the scale this morning. Did you see the post this morning?
I saw that.
I was expecting it to worst case scenario be where I was when I left. Yeah. I stepped on the scale, and it said 224, not once. I stepped off and got back on. It said 224 a second time. Wow. I yelled down to my wife. I said, babe, I need a witness here. I need you to come out. She's ready to walk out of the house to go to work. I said, I need you to get up here. She says, what's the matter? I need you to visually confirm something that I just saw. So she comes up. What happens? I step on the scale, 223 and a half.
Oh, wow. So all the yelling.
Right, exactly.
She drops
exactly.
the weight.
I exaggerated it. All right, I used that energy, and then then I stepped off and got back on and went to like 226 or whatever. So I'll just share the difference at 225. I could not believe. Now, either the scale was drastically wrong when I left, or it got banged up when I came back.
But it was all the Rocky steps.
Oh, did you see those
pictures
I posted?
Pictures.
I'm going to we didn't do that.
Oh, no? Is there
Here's
an
the funny part. No. That would have been even better. Yeah. My daughter Alyssa and I, as we were walking towards there, we got to the museum on the wrong side where the steps are. So we're looking at the map. It's like, oh, we got to go all the way around. Well, it was rainy, nasty, cold. So she said, well, what if we cut through the museum and go out on the other side? I was okay, that's fine. Little do we know that the other side of the museum is at the top of the steps.
Oh, so no steps.
No steps. We made it look like we did steps.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't do this. It was cold and nasty. I was afraid of slipping on the steps going up in the rain.
Sure.
Those are slate steps. So here's the funny. So the pictures of me and my daughter by the Rocky statue, right? There was this woman there sort of like controlling, okay, you're next. Because otherwise it's like going to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, okay?
There's got to be some organization there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this lady is there, and she looks official, kind of directing everybody, right? I'm a trusting guy, and that's what's hurt me, as you well know. And she says, I'll take some pictures for just a small donation. Okay, so I give her my phone. No worries. She was homeless. And all she was doing was taking pictures of people for them for just a small donation.
I got to respect that a little bit.
That's
a great hustle.
I'll tell you, yeah. And I got hustled, okay. I'm just glad I didn't have to hustle after her to get my phone. Because I didn't realize she was homeless. She did not, I hate to say this, and I don't mean to be stereotypical,
Sure.
She didn't look homeless, whatever that means, okay? So we're walking over to the statue after I give her my phone, and Alyssa leans into me. She goes, Dad, you know she's homeless, right? I said, what? I said, say what? Because I didn't catch it, right? But she took all the pictures, did a great job. I gave her like a $20 bill because that's all I had.
Oh, wow.
You know? I said, thank you. I was just happy that I didn't have to buy a new phone. I think that's why I gave her the 20. But, so it was kind of, but we didn't do the steps. But I digress about that. But when I stepped on the scale with all the walking and everything, and I saw that this morning, I was just flabbergasted. So that's going to lead into my final thoughts coming up on the other side of the break about commitment. And there's commitments on different levels. But here's the thing I want to share, because a lot of people get in touch with me about my experience, and they get in touch with me about post-surgery. What's it like after surgery? What's the recovery? How do you feel? How do you eat? Okay? And I don't want to set the bar high for anybody that's about to go through this procedure, because I got to tell you, I had no issues post-procedure. I got wheeled up to my room. On the tray tables, all the liquids and the ices and everything that I'm allowed to start digesting. Because remember, folks, after surgery, you're 2 weeks on a liquid diet because you got like a dozen staples stapling your stomach together. Okay, so it's more for the healing process than anything else. Aside from the fact you got a smaller stomach, can't process and digest the foods that you normally would have eaten before surgery. So the nurses kept coming into my room the day after surgery, that later that afternoon. They said to me, "How's your pain level?" Right? You know, they had that little smiley sign across from the bed like they have in a doctor's office, right? 0 to 10 with all the smileys. I looked at the nurse. I said, -2. I had no pain.
Yeah.
Except for the day after when I got home. They took, my wife picked me up the next day, went home. Because as long as everything, the next day to get you discharged, you have to take 4 ounces of a protein shake and keep it down. Okay. That's their measuring stick to make sure that you're holding in your proteins. So I got that down, no problem. I was out of the hospital 10 o'clock the next day. I get home a couple hours later, and all of a sudden I was just kind of like adjusting on the chair or sneeze or cough or something. All of a sudden my stomach is like, ow.
Right.
The only bad pain I had, it was like, imagine doing 1,000 sit-ups. Imagine doing 10 sit-ups if you've never done them before, and that pain you feel in your midsection, the soreness, that's all I experienced from a negative standpoint. Now, my wife, when she did the surgery 12 days later, my wife can bruise in a wind. She can bruise you poke her wrong, she'll bruise on that spot, okay? And yeah, she had a lot of bruising, and she also doesn't come out of anesthesia well. She's always had that history. So I was afraid when I came out of my procedure for her that I kind of set the bar too high for her because of how well I came through it.
Sure.
Everybody's going to be different in this procedure, okay? You've got to give your body time to adjust to a new body, basically is what you're doing. You have to let your body adjust to a new digestive process. One of the key things, and I'll leave you with this before we go to break, it's what I call the 30-30-30 rule, okay? And it's been huge for anybody can do this, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain shape or not. They taught us you stop drinking water 30 minutes before a meal. Why? Because you don't want to fill your stomach up with something that has no calories, no protein. Yeah. It'll help reduce the amount you're going to eat, yes, but within that last 30 minutes, your body has already processed the liquid, leaving you plenty of room to get your proteins in. Protein is key here, folks. Then your meal should take about 20 to 30 minutes to eat. What I did, my wife and I started using small plates and salad forks. Okay, no more big plates, no more 10, 12-inch plates, no more regular-sized forks. Why? The bigger the plate and fork, the more food you can put on it.
Yeah.
Okay? You will have to learn to eat slower, one bite at a time. Put the fork down. Otherwise, trust me, if you start eating like you normally do, A, you're going to have pain right in the middle of the chest like an elephant is standing on it because it's trying to digest. And B, chances are you're running for a seat at the porcelain god. And I don't mean sitting, I mean praying to it. Okay? Because the body just can't absorb and take that in. Yeah. Also, you don't want to drink during the meal because it's going to dilute the protein getting into your system.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't want to do that. Okay? And then, the last 30, you don't start drinking any liquids till 30 minutes after the meal. Why? Because after 30 minutes, the majority of the protein that you just took in your meal, including protein shakes.
Oh, wow.
Good thing is that does count, since it's a liquid, does count towards your liquid count of ounces of fluid you're supposed to have. That's a good thing. So when you make these shakes that have 8 ounces of shake and everything, that's good towards your liquid intake. So 30, 30, 30. Stop drinking 30 minutes before a meal to give your stomach plenty of room to take in what it needs to. 30 minutes to eat a meal. Slow it down. You will pay for it if you don't. 30 minutes after gives your body plenty of time to digest the protein. I made that mistake one time of trying to take a sip of water. About 5 minutes after I ate, I ordered some Chinese food, teriyaki chicken, just for the protein.
Yeah.
Too much salt in that order. And
thirsty.
I was watching my clock for 30 minutes. I was on a timer. A couple of minutes in, I had to just take a little sip. That was it. I took the sip. I was fine until I just started coughing naturally a couple of minutes later, right? Thank God I had a towel next to me because I was coughing so hard. I brought all the water back up into the towel as on my way to the bathroom to bring lunch back up. Oh. Your body adjusts. Remember, 30, 30, 30. It's going to become part of your life. When I come back on the other side, my word of the day is commitment. We're going to talk about that on many different levels. You're listening to Aaron Phillips here on K-Shop, 1400 AM, Las Vegas.
Do you wake up every day with little aches and pains? Or worse yet, were you injured in a car accident? Were you injured just getting out of bed? If you said yes to any of the above, then you need to call Doctors Danielle Buda and Jody Altman from the Centennial Wellness Center. Located in the Northwest Centennial Hills area, Dr. Buda and Dr. Altman make sure that every treatment provided is tailored to your specific aches and pains. The entire staff is dedicated to making sure that the finest chiropractic care is given to each and every patient. Call 702-458-2225 to schedule your free consultation. Centennial Wellness Center, 702-458-2225.
Have you recently looked outside your home at your landscaping and thought, it's almost that time of year to start cleaning up? But then reality hits you and you realize that you just don't have the time you want to work on it. Thankfully, there's a solution. Martinez Lawn Service is ready to help. Serving the Las Vegas Valley for over 15 years, Martinez Lawn Service can help you design, build, and maintain your functional landscape. From simple yard cleanup, trimming, and sprinkler repair to designing desert and water-smart landscapes for you to enjoy and entertain guests. So what are you waiting for? Visit them on their website at martinez-lawn-service.com or call them in their office today at 702-373-0643 for a free estimate to see your vision come to life. Call 702-373-0643. Martinez Lawn Service, over 15 years of service and experience. Call today, 702-373-0643.
Have you ever wondered what it would take to be healthy from head to toe? Not just on the outside, but inside as well? Glenn Alex, author of the highly recognized book, Living in Total Health, will guide you to becoming totally healthy. Glenn is a health coach, licensed clinical social worker, public speaker, educator, and humanitarian who has set the standard with her 25 years of experience in the health and wellness industry. Glenn addresses the whole person to achieve optimal health. Glenn's book, Living in Total Health, is not a how-to, but a why-to for a healthy life. Purchase her book through her website, livingintotalhealth.com, for an autographed copy. Or you can get a copy on Amazon, or an ebook version at smashwords.com. Those with a high level of health do not intentionally harm oneself or others. Make the world a better place and start living in total health. Visit livingintotalhealth.com today.
The wedding bells. What's the word that comes to mind when you hear wedding bells besides marriage and divorce and lawyers?
Run?
Run.
No, I'm sorry.
Not run. Fast, run, fast, run. How about the word commitment?
Yeah.
Weddings, married life, or commitments, no matter how long you're married for. It could be a week, like Britney Spears was 52 hours. Right. They committed for 52 hours.
Sure.
Some thought she should have been committed in a whole nother way after that, but that's a whole nother type of commitment. But I'm talking about the commitment when you make a pledge or promise, an obligation. That is the definition per dictionary.com as a noun, the pledge or promise, such as this example that's listed right under there. How's that for irony, Ivy, huh? Commitment can be in any level. In my case, it was a commitment to getting healthy. I did what I had to do. Having the surgery for the gastric sleeve was like a Texas Hold'em all-in kind of thing for me. I was committed to getting healthy. I really had no choice, and as most men will know, we're stubborn when it comes to doctors, right? I think we can all agree to that. It has to take a dying act for you and I, Danny, as guys, to admit that we even have a cold and should go to the doctor. We're babies when we get colds, okay? Right? I mean, women can deliver birth, and they're ready to rock and roll 5 hours later. Us, we get a common cold, we're down for a week. We get that, okay? But committing to whatever it is, whether it's a goal in life, whether it's a commitment to your health, whether it's a commitment to others, whether it's a commitment financially, these are things that you're making an obligation to. When you make that commitment, there's an old saying that your word is your bond. Remember that saying?
Yeah.
Your handshake is bond.
Sure.
Okay? A contract that's signed and agreed upon two parties, especially when it's been signed off on by somebody as a third witness, is a commitment.
Yeah.
And those in the committed arrangement, could be two people, could be a group of people, whoever's in that committed arrangement, okay? It is up to everybody's responsibility to whatever their achievement is within that group or that individual arrangement to meet their part of the commitment, regardless of what you have to do, especially if there's dates on there. right? If there's a timeline when certain things have to be done. Think about the old, you had school projects, right?
Yeah.
In lab class. Everybody had their part. They committed to doing their part for the ultimate goal of creating the best lab program, right? Same thing here. You're making a choice to live by a standard. And whatever that goal is, you've got to get there and do no matter what to achieve it. Otherwise, there's consequences, right? I think you'd agree to that. Ivy, yeah? They could be losing a friend. It could be losing a job bid, right? Could be financial disaster, reputation, credibility. These are all the negative sides to not living up to that commitment that you make, especially when the two parties agree to it. That's the sad part, especially when one party creates the offer and the other person says, okay, I can deal with that, okay? That person made the commitment to accept the terms, whatever it is, that the person or persons ahead of them presented. You would think the person or persons who presented these offers should live up to whatever they have to do and do whatever they have to do instead of not meeting up to their commitment. Okay, it's unfair to both parties because those who make the commitment or make the offer, like you just said, Ivy, credibility, reliability, honesty, friendship, whatever, could hurt. And those relying on the result of the commitment can get hurt just as well. Emotionally, friend, business relationships, financially, like I said before. So when you are looking to committing to something, simple as, like me, CrossFit 3 days a week. I'm committed. I am crazy if at 4 p.m. I am not in my CrossFit gym. I was crazy for the last 6 days not going to CrossFit, okay? But I committed on top of it for my health. I committed on top of it financially. I pay a monthly membership, right? What's the worst? One of the reasons people don't go to gyms, right?
Right.
We pay, but we don't go, okay? So look at that commitment and know what you're getting into beforehand to make sure you can live up to that commitment. Because there are ways people will enforce making commitments happen that are good, maybe a renegotiation, or not so good, legal action. And that's not good for anybody. It costs more to do that anyway, okay? But also, like Ivy said, loss of reputation, credibility, business, friends, personal relationships, and you never want that. I'm a Cancer. That's my zodiac sign. I care about people. The old thing, you go into the description of a Cancer, one of the last things it says is that as a Cancer, I think about me last. You, Miss Ivy, taught me that. Like, she's my denozo. She gives me my denozos to the back of the head for those who watch NCIS, slaps you into reality, okay? She helped drive me to realize that after all the years I've been on radio, as an example, that I'm, as a co-host, having a co-host and everything, I worry about everybody else. I want everybody else to be successful, but I never put me front. And that's what Aaron Phillips' voice is all about. I have a voice. I have an hour platform here, hopefully maybe 2 hours in the near future, to really say what I want to support others, get my message out there. And it's about me. It's about what I want to do. And I've never had that before. I've committed to myself in so many different ways the last 14 months. If you need help and just someone to talk to about whatever you're going through, contact me through my website, AaronPhillipsVoice.com. You can contact me on Facebook through my Aaron Phillips page. My email, AaronPhillipsLV2018! !@gmail.com. If you're local, I'll meet you somewhere. Just pay for food because I still eat. If you're out of the state, we can do Skype. We can do FaceTime. I'll talk with you. I'll chat with you. I'm a friendly guy. But just make that commitment. If you're going to make that commitment, please, by all means, live up to it. Will you please? On next week's show, I'm going to have the representatives and the 2018 Miss Wheelchair Nevada, Miss Tiffany Cooper, in studio. Miss Yvonne Manriquez, who is the coordinator of the pageant. Hopefully she'll be here. And a gentleman by the name of John Weir, who is the owner of a paralysis physical therapy studio down on Eastern, and what he does with his patients similar to Tiffany and those that are succumbed to injury. Anyway, thank you for listening. Another quick hour. Oh, my goodness. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you for listening and watching. Aaron Phillips, AaronPhillipsVoice.com for your podcast, videos, and live feeds. Have a great week. Remember, chase your dreams. Don't ever give up. Have a great week.
The autumn wind and the winter winds have come and they have gone, and still the day Those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies?
Do you know someone who's been recently injured in a vehicle accident, by a product defect, slip and fall, or know a family member who's lost a loved one by wrongful death? If so, you'll need an experienced attorney to handle your case. Call Bradley Belisario at Belisario Law today to schedule a free consultation to review your case. Bradley provides specialized service by getting to know his clients on a personal level. In most cases, no fees are due until you win. In the case of a lawsuit, client may be responsible for opposing parties' attorney fees. Bradley Belisario has 2 convenient locations, with one in North Las Vegas and the other in Summerlin. Call today for your free consultation.